Do they watch your social media? Do they post things on their own social media for you to see? If they do, why? What are they up to? Or what are they up to? Are they using their own account? Are they using other people's accounts? Have they got a burner account? We want to know all of the things today with you and this person. Welcome back to Hope to Have a Daily. My name is Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. I live in a little seaside town. This tarot reading is between you, the universe, and your intuition. It's really up to you if you claim it or not. It is a collective reading. If you're a daily watcher, the more that you watch, the more messages seem to be here for you. It's just that your guides know where to leave the messages. And it's timeless, so it's really relevant from the moment you come into contact with it. You've been brought here for a reason today. If there's not a message within this reading, check one of my other ones on my channel. Have a look through my thumbnails, see where you feel pulled and see what's there. Use your intuition, be open to your intuition. Only you know what your intuition tells you. I'm going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons, most importantly 4 angels. We want to know, does this person check out your social media? Do they post things on their own social media for you to see? And what's their agenda? What is it that they want? I'm going to pull 3 cards to start with. The Hermit reversed, you've already blocked them. The 7 of Cups reversed, they're really confused. They're very confused about where they stand with you. And the 10 of Wands reversed, they're carrying a lot of burdens, which means they're treated badly. You've blocked them. You're like, well, no, they won't be following. They're not looking at my social media because I blocked them. They are following your social media, but not under their own name. The 7 of Cups reversed is confusion for them, dreams, desires. What is it that they do want? It feels like their head's a mess. And they're carrying a lot of burdens of regrets, sense of loss, guilt, and all of those things. I'm going to pull some zodiac signs to give you extra connection with the reading within a circle of protection. And then I'm going to pull some letters as well. And then we're going to pull some charms and channeled notes. My channeled notes are what I channel in the garden, in the dark, during a full moon. I write them as they come through, as I channel through. My handwriting's a mess. My spelling's not great, but they're truly channeled messages. They're not anything other than that. That's all they are. So, right, where are we starting? We're starting with a Capricorn, someone that's really quite grounded. Now, these could be you, it could be them. I'm going to put the cards up here. Have an R that travelled with the Hermit. Yeah. So we have the 10 of Wands, right. So we have a Gemini as well. Gemini, Capricorn, Pisces, and a Libra. If you want to support the channel, put a like on the reading. It really does help to get the channel into the algorithm. It's a random act of kindness that you can do for free. So, I should have been honest. They're carrying a lot of guilt and burdens to do with the lies that they told you. And they may not have told you lies, but they withheld something from you because they were scared of hurting you. You had enough and you blocked them. You've blocked this person. They're either on a burner account or a friend's account. We have ballerina shoes. That's going to have a connection with you if this is your reading. We have a K, a V, an F, an E, an O, and an M as well. So let me know if any of them mean anything to you straight away. I'm going to pull from the Mystical Moments Tarot deck. If you ever wonder what decks I'm using, check out my website. All of the decks that I have in my collection are listed with photos and names, so you can just hunt for them yourselves. I don't have affiliate links or anything like that. I've got 2 new decks to add to my page. Going to do that over the weekend. So, I'm going to do a connection spread between you and this person. This person should have been honest to you. You've ended up blocking them. They leave you confused, but they're also confused. I think they're confused by their own actions, like kicking themselves. I'm going to split the deck into 4 elements, 4 seasons. Most importantly, 4 angels. Down this side is you, the Temperance. Yeah, you blocked them. You've still got a little bit of a soft spot for them, though. Down that side is them. It reversed for them. Moving forward, you're blocking them again. I think you're going to find out what account they use and you're going to block them again. They're not going through a friend. They're not going through a mutual friend. They've got a burner account, and I think you know what platform it's on. Have a look through who's following you or who you're connected with, and have a look at the ones that you don't know in real life, or who have been on your account over the last 3 months. Because this person may well have got themselves onto your account on a burner account while you two were still connected, which is just weird, a weird thing to do. Because then that shows a massive amount of guilt that it's like they were putting themselves. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't. But if this is your reading, you're going to be nodding along. We've got the Temperance reversed for you in a recent past, and it's connected to the Hermit reversed. And this is you rejecting them. You saying, "No, I've had enough of this. We're not doing this anymore." And it's a real shame because underneath it, you did like them. Although you did have the red flags feelings, that's those gut intuition of there's something here they're not telling me. I don't think they sat down and spoke lies, but they may have not given you all of the information that you should have had from them. Maybe they were connected to somebody else. Maybe they're just quite a shady person. They didn't volunteer everything. They should have been more honest. I don't like the fact that they got a burner account following your social media before you two even disconnected, because there's like premeditation there. You can tell I've been watching too much true crime. If you watch true crime on YouTube, what channels do you follow? I love Stephanie Harlow, and their new Crime Weekly, and Bailey. I like her. And the British girl, Eleanor, someone, I like her as well. So anyway, there we go. If you watch true crime, let me know in the comments. I'm just nosy. So, they had the 9 of Pentacles at that point. They're totally and utterly infatuated with you. Absolutely. This might not even be a love connection. That might explain why they've already been following your social media underneath a fake account. This may just be someone that really you thought was a friend, and they were trying very hard to be your friend, and they've betrayed you in some way. They weren't honest about something. It feels like such an icky situation, and it comes from them looking up to you. It comes from them. They've got you on a pedestal, and the thing is, when they're not being weird, they're a nice person. I think underneath it all, they're a nice person. Maybe they have inferior complex or something like that. Maybe they're just a bit weird. We have the Empress in the middle of them both. In the middle of you both. This can be like you were willing to overlook a few things. You were willing to, that gut feeling that you had about them, you were willing to put that to one side because I think you liked them. And it does, if it was a romantic thing, maybe it was more of a friendship anyway. But you still got a soft spot for them. You have. But they're behaving weird. They really are. Maybe they fancied you, If it's someone who you only saw as a friend, maybe they've always had a crush on you for a long time. They may have even been kind of low-key stalking you for a long time. An infatuation. So you've got the King of Cups at the moment. You still like them as a person. Although I'd be like, there's something nice about them, but there's a lot of very weirdness here. And I think they've got issues. I do. So we've got the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm starting to sigh. I'm like, oh goodness. So I feel sorry for them in a way, but also like they've got a weird way of creating friendships, a weird way of connecting with people. The Ace of Cups reversed is emotional anxiety for them. I think they know that there's no way back for this. Do they post things for you to see? I don't think you can see anything of theirs because I think on their true profiles you've blocked them on everything because you're done with it. You do still see partly good in them. I don't think you totally hate them. I think you have an understanding. Maybe you know something about their background, about why they do this stuff. You may have known them for quite a long time. If they're a friend, I don't see the friendship coming back. I think there's too much that's gone on. You may well have caught them out, You may have caught them out on their burner account at some point. If that's the case, I've probably got another one, by the way. The Five of Swords in the middle of you both, picking your battles wisely. They know it's done. And it's with a heavy heart that you're done with them. Because if only they weren't so weird, you'd probably have a lifelong friend. And it's a shame that they don't have more confidence in themselves. Because underneath it all, there's something nice there. Yeah, I don't think you want anything terrible to happen to them or anything. Maybe you're just hoping they're going to get the help that maybe they need, or they talk to someone, or they find their way through this phase of their life, because it might just be a phase. It might be like, it's been a really heavy 2 or 3 years for the most of us. We've been through a lot, so maybe they were really struggling during everything that's been going on. And if you're watching this in the future, they may have been going through quite a hard time. And when people go through a hard time, they do things that they don't normally do. And if they've been lonely, maybe that's why they have burner accounts. Because, But it'd be weird if the burner account was talking to you. I don't think it feels more of a watching. But you can't see anything that they post online. I feel really sad, actually. I do. I feel really sad that this person's in this place of doing this. And it's quite a clear reading for the right person. And maybe you've been carrying a little bit of guilt of feeling bad for like blocking them and cutting them out. But I think with someone like this, you have to put those boundaries in of, do you know what? This is not okay to do this. If you want to be my friend, we could have just been friends. If you wanted me around, we could have just spoke. You didn't have to do the weird things, because weird things are creepy and we never know how far it goes. And then we start, it's a whole thing, isn't it? It gets a bit creepy. And then at what point does it cross the line too far? And I do think they're going to come out of this phase in their life. There's going to be a point in their life when they look back and think, oh my goodness, what was I doing? Maybe it's a reaction to depression. Maybe it's a reaction to social anxiety. They don't feel good enough. But then I think you were the one person that would completely accept them for who they are instead of hiding behind something that's not them. But I do think that you were friends with them, but then they had this other persona as well. So it's just a mess, isn't it? So the Ace of Pentacles for you is not to do with this. It's just you getting a fresh start. I'm hoping that if you've been feeling guilty or anything, or if you've been second guessing or anything, I want you to walk away from this situation guilt-free. You've done nothing wrong. You've handled it in the best way that you can. In situations like this, you have to put boundaries in to keep yourself safe, to keep yourself sane, to keep yourself feeling okay. You don't have to have someone in your life that you don't want in your life. Your life is your life. You don't need stress that you don't need. and don't feel bad about that. You've got a new beginning coming anyway. You've got a very grounded life anyway. They're moving on to the Hermit reversed, which is them fully disconnecting from this. They're never going to tell you the truth about it. They're never going to open up and talk to you about it. Hopefully one day they're going to talk to someone about it so that they can process what they've done, or they can just process it themselves and realise that it's a bit weird, because it is a bit weird. We've got the Five of Wands reversed in the middle of you both. Sometimes it's about arguments, but it just feels like, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, you're kind of turning your back on them. You don't want anything from them. Then burnt their bridges, it feels more like they're burnt their bridges here with you. They're going to disconnect from you. You're going to suddenly, if you don't work out what account it is, there's going to be an account that suddenly disappears. It's just going to disappear. And it's them deleting it or them blocking you. But then then what are they going to do? They're going to transfer how they've been dealing with you onto somebody else. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping they're coming out with this phase of their life. But the thing that I'm seeing in my head is, like, I remember when I was a kid, there'd be cartoons. And it used to be a running joke of there'd be an egg, and out of the egg comes a little chick, and the first thing the chick sees becomes their mum. And so it would be Donald Duck or one of the cartoon characters like Cat or something like that, and this little chick be following that person around. And it feels like maybe I'm seeing the imagery because this person's now gonna like crack out of a new shell and attach themselves to somebody else. I'm hoping not, because I would want them to have the confidence to be themselves, and it makes me sad that they can't, to be honest. So I'm gonna do a 9-card spread with the spellcasting oracle deck, see what other information we can pick up here. What I want you to do is disconnect from this. You don't need the hassle. You're not responsible for this person. They've got other people around them, I hope. But overall, they're making their own choices in life. I think maybe there was a point in time where if they'd have been honest with you, you could have, helped them in some way. But you're not the person that can fix this. This person has to reach out to the right people to fix this. Hopefully they will. So finding, home and the truth of the situation. You made them feel good. There's something about you that they're jealous of. They want to be like you. So be flattered, in a way of, but you know what, there's something so nice about you. This person sees you and thinks that you've got the perfect life. Now, you probably don't have the perfect life, but in this person's eyes, you do. Confidence to let go of this now. Commitment is coming your way. That's nice. And the strength to carry on. It can be a little bit freaky in situations like this, but it's time for you to just disconnect from it. I do want you to have a look at your social media settings. Sort out your privacy settings so that only the people who follow you or you're connected with can see what you put up. If you're not on social media at all, it's probably not your message. Have a look through the people that are following you and just see if anything looks odd, because it will look odd. It'll stand out. And if you could do a screenshot of who's following you and check in a couple of weeks, because there's going to be one that's gone because this person's moving on. Your natural born talents, make the most of them. That's your angels nagging you. Justice card, they'll get karma in the end, but hopefully not. Answers, we've got finding and answers, and committed to the truth for you. I think you knew the truth of this anyway. Maybe this reading's just clarifying what you thought was going on. But, when we're in weird situations like this, we doubt ourselves, don't we? Because we're just like, no, this is just too weird. They can't possibly be doing that. Surely not. No, people are weird sometimes. karma's going to kick them, but I'm kind of hoping that they come out of this phase of life before anything negative happens for them. I'm hoping that it will be okay. If it ever becomes a problem again, I want you to document it and take legal action. In the UK, we have laws under Harassment Act and things like that. You can make statements under that. I'm not a legal person, but if it feels like this person's disconnecting from this, but, at any point in the future, if you find yourself in a situation like this again and you feel like someone's overstepping the mark and you do all of the normal things, get legal advice at some point, because you don't have to have someone infringing on your life at all. So that's the message that I have for you today. I hope the right person gets it, and I hope you get it when you need it, whether it's when I upload it or whenever. For as long as YouTube's here, this video will be here. I do believe the universe leaves messages here and brings you to it when you need it. So I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so that your angels take you anywhere. You don't need a bubble of protection because this is over. It's moving to over. If you want to put something in the comments to help me out with the algorithm, that would be great. Today's affirmation is, I'm moving on. I'm letting go. I'm letting go so that you can move on and let go from this, because they're not your responsibility. You don't need to worry about them. Today's affirmation is, I am letting go. If you're a daily watcher, hi, welcome. How are you? Rosie's asleep somewhere. She's just going to sleep through the winter. She's getting daily treats off my youngest, who's in their 20s. I'm refreshing my diary today on my website. I've changed my booking system so that when you book your reading, you book the date that you'll get your reading. That seems to be working so much better with my ADHD. More of a regular routine. So, we'll see how that goes. It's going very well so far, but it refreshes on a Friday for the following week. So there's slots for Monday through to Saturday, and you can pick your day. If they're sold out, they're sold out. But it refreshes again on the following Friday. I don't have a waiting list or anything like that. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a nice weekend. I hope if this wasn't your reading, you took a positive message from it. Don't ever put up with anyone demanding things from you that you don't want to give them. Have boundaries, secure boundaries with friends, family, work, bosses, especially if you have a boss that on your day off, they phone you up and ask you to come in. Put boundaries in. That's the message there for someone who's a regular watcher. I don't know who you are, but if you claim it, let me know. I'm going to see you tomorrow.